So we can only give what we've got. This seems quite obvious when in the world of form. So if I ask you for $100 and you don't have it, then it's quite obvious that you can't give it to me. But this doesn't seem so obvious when thinking about our inside world, when talking about love or value or any of those kinds of things. But actually exactly the same laws apply, even more so.
So on a level where we are conscious and we get to apply our analytical and our rational mind, it's tough to understand, but getting to a point where we understand the unconscious mind and how these programs just gets to run on autopilot, like the programs that are running that have been programmed, if it's a fearful one, then that is what we've got, and that is how we get to show up and give. If it is a loving one, it's a different story. It's like, then we get to give that. So we can only give what we've got. If we were to look at what it is that we give to ourselves, what it is that we accept from the world outside to ourselves, it's a good indication to see what it is that comes out of us. So it's really something that most of us are like almost totally unaware of.
So let's look at love. Like we're all going around looking for love, and we're all looking for love in this one person outside of us, or in a couple of our relationships outside of us. But let's look at, if we can only give what we've got, how do we love ourselves and how do we give ourselves that? Let's look at, how do we value ourselves? And if we really understand the subconscious mind, and we understand that the subconscious mind sees only one, then the way that we speak to anybody else, the way that we judge anybody else in our heads or in the world, is really what we're doing to ourselves. So if we continually run this abusive program, which is, say, for instance, an argument that we have had with a person outside of us, and we repeat that argument in our heads, then what we are giving to ourselves is abuse. It's not love. And when we have that on the inside, that's the only thing that we've got to share on the outside.
That's so true. It's really, how do we speak to ourselves? How do we feel about ourselves, and how do we see ourselves? So there's been this incident where this person, grown man that is overweight, gets to say to his little girl, like, "You little fat girl." And I mean, it's a skinny little girl, and she's like, "No, I'm not a fat girl." And he's like, "Yeah, you're a little fat girl." And that's a perfect example of how a person that is overweight, how he's seeing himself, how he's speaking to himself, and how he's feeling to himself, gets to project that onto somebody that he loves a lot. It's not that he doesn't love this little girl, it's just this thing that's going on inside of himself. He's not even aware that he gets to project that onto someone else. So we can only give what we've got on the inside of ourselves.
So if you would like to hear more about this topic, we're going to unpack it a whole lot more a little bit later this week. We're going to do a talk on Thursday evening. I'm going to put the link in the comments below. If you would like to join us and like to learn more about how we get to give to ourselves so that we have this to share with the world, then please do join us, connect with us, comment, like, share, and spread the love. We're looking forward to connecting with you all very soon.